Welcome to this carrot cake tutorial. Here we're going to learn the history of the carrot cake in Ireland and how it's made. First, you got to know that carrots were used as a sweetener during the Middle Age. This was because sugar was very expensive at the time, so people opted for the sweet flavor of carrots. It included in salads, stews, and other types of cakes. This practice was also made popular in Britain by the Ministry of Food during World War I. They distributed recipes that included carrot Christmas pudding, cake, and mashed carrots. It's popular in the Connaught region due to the popularity of bread and the use of local milk. Well, now that you know that, let's get started.
First, we are going to use 150 grams of butter, 150 grams of caster sugar, 50 milliliters of milk, 250 grams of grated carrot, 50 grams of almond and 20 pieces, 2 scrambled eggs, 250 grams of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And for the glaze, we're going to use 250 grams of cream cheese and 200 grams of icing sugar. Like you can see, we don't have caster sugar, so to make it, we must grind normal sugar. Now let's start. First, we must mix the butter and the caster sugar. Once we have a solid mass, we must progressively mix with the eggs so that it can absorb as much as possible. Now, we must mix the carrot with the dough, trying to make the dough as homogeneous as possible. At this moment, we must mix the cinnamon, the almond, the flour, and the baking powder. The other does not matter as long as it mixes well.
Once we mix the dough, we need to add some milk to the mixture. This will help to cook better and be less dense. Remember to add it slowly because it could splash, just like it happened to us. This is what your dough should look like when you finish the mixed time. Now, we need to grab a bowl to start baking. Well, once we have the mold ready, we need to grab some butter from the fridge. And we need to proceed to cover the mold completely. Well, once we have the mold completely covered with butter, we need to add the dough until we make a uniform layer. Also, make sure that the height of the mold is twice than the mixture. When the mold's ready, put it on the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. And now, we wait. Now, while the bread is cooking, we are going to make our delicious frosting for the decoration. First, we need to add the icing sugar and the cream cheese in a bowl, and stir until we get a good consistency. Also, remember not to leave any lumps on the mix. And the most important step, do not eat the mix until the cake's ready.
In this part, we're gonna make the top of the cake. So in this case, we're gonna use some butter, some sugar, and some cream cheese. And then we're gonna mix it. We're gonna use the circular tap to prevent slip out some of the mix. And then we're gonna mix for some minutes. Then until the consistency is like this, a little creamy, it means that it's ready to put all over the cake. Now, let's take the bread out of the oven. We will look like this. Delicious, right? And we're gonna pass it to a plate and to decorate it. So we have the mix ready, so we put in a plastic bag that helps us to decorate the cake. So we're gonna put a little of the mixture over the cake, like this. And then we're gonna spray it. Also, we can use a cutlery to be more easy to spray it. If you want to make it faster, we can use some circles to make all over the cake, and it's more easy to spray it.
We had to spread all the cream over the cake. With all the cream, we had to create some decoration. Here we decided to create a little carrot. As you see, creating the carrot is one of the most difficult things. So we are going to take time and do it carefully and slowly. Then we are going to use this orange cream to create a carrot and the green cream to create the lips. When we finish this, our cake is going to be ready to eat.
Well, that will be it for this cake. It looks amazing. Now you can go and make your own. You can also make several layers and add more frosting between them. Be creative and enjoy this little piece of Ireland's culture.